Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo. This is another episode of the wonderful Aurora 4X. What a fun game. In the last episode, we terraformed Luna, so it's now a perfectly habitable garden paradise. We started the process of terraforming Mars, as well as massively scaling up our capacity to make future terraforming ships. We also have a 40% terraforming planetary governor, I noticed, by the way. That's crazy good. Luna, by the way, should have switched off terraforming governor, which I've done. Nice. So we're going to massively terraform Mars, allowing it to hold another kind of huge population center in our capital system, as well as move people from Earth to Luna. But this is the episode. We're going to seriously start work on trying to invent a military ship. I want to create 2 military ships. Well, kind of 3. A cruiser, a destroyer, and a scout. Now, the mission of the scout is merely to go and see what the enemy looks like. I want to see the enemy ship. I want to see the enemy missile. I want to know how fast they're traveling. And that will allow me to construct a plan of action using the cruisers and the destroyers to take out those ships. That's the plan today. So, step 1, I kind of need this research to finish, which isn't due to finish for another 6 years. That's too slow. I must have some better propulsion dudes. I don't. But you know what? Cancel that project with the 45% guy. Cancel this project with the Tomahawk thing. I want to get this done. So, what's important here? First and foremost, I need this bigger engine size. So I'm going to put the 18 guys on that. And then the 10 guys with the 45% could be on the maximum speed, because that's the more important one. And then you guys can be on the Tomahawk fusion reactor. Okay, good. Now the 21 is only going to take 5 years, which is much better. And hopefully this guy will get better. And obviously we might get some more, research bonuses before then. So next up. So what do I need on this ship? Let's go, because I want to start inventing the components now. So what are the components that we have already at 4,500? Well, what about sensors? What if I cancel you and put the 25 on this? This is only the 16 level tech. Okay, what about missiles? We're not ready on missiles yet. Or are we? I think I might. No, I need the maximum engine power for the missiles. Damn. Because we need this tech. Yeah, we need this tech and this tech before I can do the missiles. Okay. What about the Gauss cannons? I think I can invent the Gauss cannons. I do, however, think I need, the turret tracking gear tech to go up a bit more. But we can invent the Gauss cannons, because all you need for a Gauss cannon. Let me take a step back here. There's a few things you need on a ship. Okay, hang on, oh, I can't play with this, can I? Because that's broken, so I won't show you that way. Let me do this instead. So, I hope you can see me drawing. Let me just check on... No, hang on. Let me check if you can see this on Twitch. One sec, YouTube. Yes, you can see it. Good. Okay, so let me draw something. Okay, so there's a few key components on a ship that we're going to design. Here's our vessel. I'm an artist, by the way. Here's our vessel. Okay. It has, at the back, the engine. All right, that's important. It has... a certain amount of fuel tanks. They're not that... That's a really bad F. It has the fuel, right? A certain amount of it's going to be dedicated to carrying fuel. That's not that important. There's not that much tech associated with the fuel. That's fine. Next, it has the armor. Okay? We already have the techs associated with armor that we want to get. So that's okay. Next, it has... the bridge, right? Command systems. We've got that. That's fine. The engines, we've got like 2 more techs, and then we've got them under control. The bridge and the command systems, we have the stuff invented that we want to use for that. Next, it has 3 different weapon systems. So it has a magazine, which has missiles in it, right? And then it also has, I'm not sure how to draw this, but like, here you go. It has a missile launcher, right? So it's got the magazine holding missiles and a missile launcher. Now, these we're still inventing stuff for. The other things it needs are sensors. And it needs 2 types of sensors. It needs missile sensors and it needs ship sensors. So the missile sensors see enemy missiles and the ship sensors see enemy ships at different ranges. Then it needs a fire control. And the fire control takes the information from the sensors and puts it into practice. We shoot stuff with the fire control. The fire control controls the missile launcher. But we also have another fire control which controls our Gauss cannons. Now the Gauss cannons use the information from the missile sensor and commands from the fire control to shoot down incoming missiles. So the Gauss cannon is, one of these. And it shoots down incoming missiles. Okay. Shoots that down. Okay. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. I'm thinking sensors, armor, missile launcher, fire control, magazine, fuel, engine, Gauss cannons, fire control, bridge, command systems. I suppose also you need to designate a certain amount for crew quarters. I have forgotten something. There's also going to be a damage control unit. That's a ship. Now, the way Aurora works is in order to build the ship, unlike in Stellaris, in order to build this ship, we have to design, not quite all, but most of those components individually. We design each component to specific specifications, mostly size. We pick how much of the ship we want to dedicate to each of these different components. And remember, we're designing 2 ships. So this is the layout for the cruiser. The destroyer is simpler. The destroyer still has armor. It still has an engine. Still has damage control. Still has crew quarters. Still has fuel. But it does not have a magazine. It just has way more dedicated towards sensors and Gauss cannons and the bridge. And this way, the cruisers shoot and the destroyers picket. They blockade, they defend the cruisers. So that's the plan. That's the plan. So now we need to invent those components. So let's start doing that. And the way we're going to start is we're going to make a new ship class and we're going to call it our cruiser. This is a cruiser. What name we're going to use for the cruisers? I haven't decided. What about demonic realms? That seems fun. Starting with Asmodeus. Or Azazel. The first cruiser is called the Azazel class. It has laminate composite armor. Did we get all the research I wanted for armor? We're up to... Yes, we're up to 30,000 on armor. Good. So we have laminate composite armor. And right now it just has a bridge, crew quarters, engineering spaces, fuel. Okay, right. So first off, how long do we want the cruisers to be able to be in space for? Now, this doesn't need to be a very long time because they move extremely fast. So we're probably just going to put it in space for a measly 12 months. So that's not very long, just requires 2 small crew quarters for now. That will increase as we put more systems on because more systems require more people to run them. So on this beautiful ship of ours, I'm also going to put an improved... Well, first off, the damage control. The improved damage control is larger, isn't it? Yeah. How do I see the quality of a damage control? I assume improved damage control is more than twice as good as damage control. Aurora 4x damage control. Damage control allows you to repair things on the ship out in space. Damage control will increase the speed of onboard repairs from battle damage, not malfunctions. A ship might be able to repair damage system within hours instead of limping to a shipyard. Costs twice as much as repairing a malfunction if you're repairing a damage. Okay. So there is a basic, improved, and advanced damage control. Okay, and a basic damage control can only repair things that cost up to 5,000. Improved can repair things up to 15,000. And advanced can repair up to 45,000. Okay, so we want one improved damage control, I think. And then we're going to need... So, some command and control stuff. So let's put auxiliary control. It's got a bridge already. A combat information center. A main engineering. No science department. So this is the basic things that we're going to have on the cruiser. Auxiliary control, which helps with damage control. Bridge, which is just a main commander. A combat information center, which is where you have a XO, who helps your missiles perform well. And a main engineering, that also helps with repair. But we're going to need two versions of the ship, because we're going to have one which has a flag bridge. That's where you put admirals. Now, admirals are commanders that apply their bonuses to everyone in the fleet, as well as to their own vessel. So we're going to have only one ship with a flag bridge, and the flag bridge will be kind of like a destroyer. The flagship, rather, will be kind of like a destroyer in that it won't have any missiles. All that additional space is going to be dedicated to thicker armor and better anti-missile protection. So that's what we're going to do there in terms of bridge stuff. I think that's all good. Now, the other things it will need will be more complicated. This is going to be a 30,000 size ship, as I recall. Ship designs. Yeah, cruisers were making 30,000 size. So it will need a 30,000 size capable jump drive if we want this ship to jump on its own. Now, do I want it to jump on its own? Or do I want to give every vessel a jump drive? Let's see how hard that would be. Because there's two options. We can either, and I missed that on my diagram earlier, we can either give every vessel its individual jump drive. Now, there's various advantages to that. It makes them independent. It makes them self-reliant. You know, if the rest of the fleet gets destroyed and this one has a jump drive, it can still jump home. But what I think we're probably going to do is just put the jump drive on the flagship and then have the flagship jump the other vessels through. I think that's what we're going to do. Because if we wanted to make a jump drive, a military jump engine, capable of jumping military vessels, it would need to be big. We'd have to dedicate 3,750 tons of every vessel just to the jump drive. That's quite an ask. So I think instead, we're going to dedicate that much of the main vessel to the jump drive. Now, the downside of that is that right now we have a max jump squadron size of 3. Maybe we do put a jump drive on every ship, actually. Like, that's a lot of size that we're dedicating to it, but the problem with group jumps is that right now it can only do a jump squadron size of 3. So there's different types of jumps. Let me, let me draw this again. So you've got 2 systems, right? And you've got a jump point in each system. This is the jump point. Okay, so the ships are here. We've got, 3 ships here. And they want to go over here. Now, if you jump them through, if they all have their own engines, they'll all appear right next to each other on this side of the jump drive. They'll all appear at one point. If you jump them over in a squadron jump, they'll jump and land pretty close to each other, right? But if you jump them over in a normal, non-squadron jump, which you can only do, which is the only thing you can do if the jump squadron size is insufficiently high to cover the whole fleet, they'll land like all over the place. Now, what if there's an alien fleet here, right? This alien fleet is going to defeat me in detail, fighting one ship at a time, overwhelming their point defense systems by firing so many missiles that one ship alone can't shoot them all down, whereas if they were together, they might be able to work together. Because ships that are in a fleet together act like they're at one point. They can defend each other as if they're all right next to each other. So I think we do want to give each of them a jump drive, which is kind of crazy. Like that's going to be expensive. Like, because when you're, let me get my diagram up again. When you're building a ship, we're making it 30,000, right? So this size in here is 30,000 tons. The question is, how much do you dedicate to the engine? Is it 10,000? Is it 15,000? Right? So we need to make these decisions. And if we dedicate 3,700 tons, 3,750 tons to a jump drive, that's stuff that we can't invest anywhere else. We could put that into armor. Each ship could have 10% of its extra total size dedicated to just armoring it up, making it tough as nails, right? But I think we are going to do this. So what we want to do probably is get some better jump efficiency. Because the jump, I'm going back and forth so quickly. We'd need, like, if we wanted to make a jump drive that could carry all of them. Jump radius 50k. Yeah, I'm going to give them each an individual jump drive. So we're going to need some more tech for that. So we can't put the jump drives on it yet. That's fine. Is there anything else I can put on it yet? I don't think so. No, not really. Okay. So that's the cruiser for now. We can't build too much more, but we need to invent some stuff and then we can put it on it. So we're going to put on it, one thing that we can invent now is a Gauss cannon. Now the Gauss cannon is going to have the max rate of fire we can give it, the max launch velocity we can give it, and you can make it smaller. Accuracy versus 1 hull size and 20%. Okay, but we're gonna keep it at max accuracy, I think. Because the thing is, you can go from an accuracy of 100% to an accuracy of 50%, but it makes it half the size. Did you want it to be half as accurate, but half the size? It doesn't seem very pointful to me. So we're gonna keep it max size. It fires 4 shots every 5 seconds. That's what 4/5 means. And it has a range modifier of 40,000. Is that really all I can get? Yeah, next one up is pretty expensive because the launch velocity affects range. Now, what a range modifier of 40,000 means is essentially if a target is, I believe how it works is if a target is 40,000 kilometers away, it has a 50% chance to hit it if it's not moving. Or is it a 100% chance to hit it? The important thing to remember is you don't just want a range modifier that's as large as you're trying to shoot. Over-ranging increases your chance to hit. I can't remember the exact formula, but this is, I think, what we want. Yeah, so we're going to create that and get that researched. I'm going to stop doing any research that's not towards building this ship. Nice. Okay, so Luna is up to, and there's our new terraformers. Sexy. I'm tempted to stop building terraformers for a bit, but I don't know. I mean, a huge terraforming fleet. It's not a bad thing. How much? We're not using up too much of our gate manufactorium earth mover docks. Yeah, we still have plenty of resources to make these. Maybe another batch of terraforming ships. Good stuff. How is the Martian terraforming going? We are still adding water vapor, which is still frozen. You know what? We should probably unfreeze it, actually. Let's add some... yeah, let's add 0.2 atmospheres of greenhouse gases to the Martian atmosphere. Good. Fuel production is researched. Okay, so we're gonna, yeah, like I said, we're gonna hard pivot to only researching stuff that's relevant here. So give me more magazine fuel feed efficiency. Beautiful. Slipway added to earth mover docks. I think I'm okay on slipways for now, though. I'm going to save the resources on that. Good stuff. Okay, just ticking through. 15 active research facilities because I assume a scientist retired. Yes, our shipbuilding rate guy retired. That's one of the few ones I do want to keep going, even though it's not strictly necessary to build the ship, just because we need to, you know, we need to have the capacity to actually build these ships once we've done. Cool. Okay. Let's put that there. Okay. Keep the research going. Looking okay on resources. Macassium's come up a bit. Give me another wave. Actually, yeah, give me one more slipway. Give me another wave of 6 terraformers. They can move out. Good. Getting to pretty good terraforming rates now. Research magazine neutralization system, 90% chance. That's getting pretty high. I think we're going to call that high enough for now. We also do need some commercial magazines. That allows us to have... Oh, the Martian ice sheet has melted. Nice. That'll give us... What did I say? Commercial magazines. Yes, that's so we can have coilers. A coiler is the name of a ship which carries munitions for other ships. Mars... Nice. -5 degrees, baby. Does go down to -18 in the really cold snaps, though. So give me 0.24 atmospheres of greenhouse gases. It's become cold step on Mars now. There we go. And from cold step to step. So now the coldest it ever gets is -8. The hottest it gets is +17 degrees C. Pretty nice. And the hydrophobic extent is there. We're actually done. Look at that. Mars colony cost 0.0. 4.8% growth rate on the surface. Very nice. We have 20 million available workers on Mars now. How many mines do I have on Earth? 148? We can take all 148 of those mines and stick them on Mars. Hell yes. Mines, 148. Sorry, I tried to add demand. Add supply. Mines 148. Whoops. No, I just did it twice. Delete supply. Add supply 148. And then Mars demand 148. Excuse me. Mines. Add demand 148. Nice. So now we can actually start building. Oh god, we're not building anything on Earth. That's my bad. We can build mines rather than automated mines for a bit because we can put them on Mars if nowhere else. Make me another 400 regular mines. So we use up a lot of our corundium. I think we're okay. Good. God, we're crushing that. We're building. We have so much construction power on Earth now. That's insane. Oh no! Stop! Because we can put some people on Mars now instead with our colonial vessel. So go to Earth and refuel, and then tell me when you're done. And Earth, load colonists. Mars, unload colonists. Earth, refuel. Cycle the moves. Cycle the moves. Okay. Good, because Mars can hold 3.4 billion people, so we want to get them there. For sure. But the terraforming fleet can move. Firstly, though, Luna did stay at 0.0. Yes, nice. And Mars also has some infrastructure, which I'll want to pull off it. Oh, I'm an idiot. My damn Freight 2 fleet has just been bouncing around Earth Sol for no reason recently. Damn it. Okay, well, we'll switch that up. Now, my terraforming fleet. I really like the command hierarchy setup here. It's very satisfying. You can find fleets really easily. So the terraforming fleet, where should we terraform next? Mercury can hold 350 million. Ganymede can hold 2 billion. Europa can hold 700 million. Let's terraform Ganymede. It won't take long. No. Let's terraform Titan. There's some resources on Titan. Yes, some gallicite. Let's terraform Titan. So move to Titan. It's going to take them 21 days to get there. And Mars, you no longer need a terraforming governor. Let's give you a mining first, population growth second, wealth creation third governor. And then Titan, congratulations, you get a terraforming governor. Our beautiful 40%. This Darius guy, he's been absolutely crushing it on terraforming. So we're going to add some oxygen, first off, and get Titan going. Chronicles was unable to load colonists from Earth due to a lack of capacity. Did I tell a colonial fleet to load colonists from Earth? What? Oh, no, that's fine. It's just that they were in the process of doing something. Okay, now Freight 2. Refuel at Earth, go to Luna, load infrastructure, unloaded at Earth. So now we should see Luna's infrastructure get demolished. Unable to load infrastructure because it's already got a cargo. That's fine. But yes, this number's going to crank down now. Mining production up. Nice. But we're not going to go back to whatever it's called. Better command and control. Instead, we're going to do whatever we need research-wise to get stuff going here. Anything I need in logistics? I don't think so. Yeah, actually, underway replenishment rate would be good. Lets you refuel on the move. And then... yes, some ordnance production speed. And you can just start slowly working on more of that. Good. The Aegean fleet has finished orders. They're now orbiting Titan. So we'll watch this. Watch how fast... Oh god, there's already 1.4 atmospheres of nitrogen here. Watch how fast we can add this oxygen. It's going to be crazy. Okay, got the commercial magazine. Get me a bigger commercial magazine. We are at... Oh my god. We're terraforming this at 0.46 atmospheres per year. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Give me another 7. Never stop terraforming. We will render the world habitable. By the world, I mean the universe. And it will be beautiful. It's going to be done in like a month. There it is. Done. Wow. Okay, now... What's the problem? It's too cold. It's way too cold. Okay, stick a bunch of... Put an atmosphere of greenhouse gases in there. See how that works out. We're going to need more, though, because we need... Oh, there's no minimum percentage of atmosphere, of oxygen, actually. As long as there's enough oxygen. Tracking time versus missiles is done. I think I need some more... well, I don't want to build more colony ships, actually, because I want to build them with the next tier of engine. Okay, tracking time versus missiles is done. Which is the highest level we wanted. Maybe... Yeah, could I get some more research labs on this? Yeah. Give me a bunch more research labs on the turret tracking speed, because we're going to make I simplified it a bit earlier with the diagram. We're actually going to make Gauss cannons on turrets, which will let them track targets much, much more effectively. Which will be good. Assign new on a few of these. Good. Underway replenishment rate's done. What else do I want? Oh yeah, we might as well just actually invent that Gauss cannon. Sure. And then we're kind of running out of scientists. Maybe I should get some more academies. Sure, just slowly working on that, and the rest of you on better jump drive efficiency. We'll be able to have a smaller jump drive. Production of mines is done on Earth. What do I want? Yeah, build me some more military academies. Give me another... How many have we got on Earth right now? Military academy. We've got 4. Give me another 16. It's expensive, but it'll give us a bunch of more scientists and commanders and all that stuff. Inactive research facilities on Earth. Add them into the new commercial magazine. Good. Beam fire control range now out to 80,000. Good. Sensors, beam fire control range 96,000. Crack on with that. I think, so in order to shoot your Gauss cannon at an incoming missile, you need to have range on the missile. And if you have, and there's two things that control range. One is the Gauss cannon, one is the fire control system. And I think the lowest of both determines your chance to hit, but I'm not sure. I believe that's how it works. So maybe there's no point actually in inventing that higher level of beam fire control, but that's okay. We will survive. Magazine feed system efficiency is upgraded. Nice. Keep doing it. No, actually, don't keep doing it. Do missile launch rate even more. Good. The Aegean. Oh, hang on. Aegean MK2 only has 13% of its assigned fuel. Which is that? It's the fuel shuttle. The Neptune fuel shuttle has somehow run out of fuel. How do you manage that? Where are you right now? Here. It's going to be home in 2 days. It's very nearly out of fuel. But it did make it home. But it didn't refuel. Oh, crap. Don't tell me. Have I made a big mistake? Please. No. Okay, I thought Earth might be out of fuel, but it's not. No, Earth has 118 million liters of fuel. How did you manage to run out of fuel? I'm not quite sure how it did that. Stop cycling moves for a second. Go and refuel at Earth. Did it make it? Yes. So it's properly refueled. Refuel, resupply at Colony. Then go to the Neptune fuel harvesters. Refuel from stationary tankers. Go to Earth. Transfer fuel to Colony. I guess I'll just add in a refuel and resupply after that step, and then it should be fine. Okay. Gauss, and don't, so it's on the map. Oh, hang on, no, now he's full on fuel. Well, we'll just see if that works now. We've completed research into the Gauss cannon one. Nice. I'm not sure what to research next, actually. Maybe... we could invent some troop transport bays. Ah, yes. Emergency cryogenic transport. That's a good thing to research. We can put them on the flagship. That way the flagship can pick up the survivors of any downed ships we have, so we don't lose the commanders. And there's our next wave of terraformers. Let's grab them. I think I'm going to stop building terraformers, though. I'm a little concerned about my resource situation. Go and join that fleet. They'll be there in 31 hours. Okay. So now our terraforming fleet has a 0.1 annual terraforming capacity. That's pretty good. Titan. The temperature is rising. Not as fast as I would like, to be honest. We might struggle with terraforming Titan. But I know it can be done. Military academies are done, so we should have a bunch of new scientists and stuff coming now. I think now... I mean, I've got some more Macassium. Give me another 50 labs. No such thing as too many labs. How are we doing on resources? Still looking okay. I tend to run the line on corundium. That's not a problem. Larger civilian stuff invented. Civilian commercial magazines, that is. Yeah, I mean, let's start working on a greater sized Gauss cannon velocity. Because I think we need that to be at least as high as the fire control rating. I guess what I'll do if it's over is I'll just shrink the fire control system such that it has the same range as our Gauss cannons, so we're not wasting any. But it might be that this Gauss cannon launch velocity is actually pointless, because it might be that this just needs to be high enough to hit it, and then the range on the fire control system is what affects the hit rate. I'm not certain. But we'll look into that. We're definitely not going to launch one of these ships today, by the way. But we are now, at least, we've invented our first component, and we've done the talk about how ships work, which is good. So Freight 2 has finished taking all of the stuff, all the infrastructure off Luna, and now I'm just going to switch it over to taking all the infrastructure off Mars. So Earth is now going to have a ton of infrastructure, 32,000, and it's going to get the 24,000 off Mars as well. Where else has a mine? I guess Io is where I might send people. We're probably going to terraform it. I think all this infrastructure is just going to go over to Beta Telescopy 2, where we have room for a bunch more workers, by the way. We've got 2 million available. Well, right now we're making automated mines there. Cancel that. Switch to making regular mines. Good. And Earth has 400 mines. Remind me how many people work in one mine. Right now we have 365, so it's 18.35 million divided by 367. It's 50,000 people per mine. So with those 3.17 million people, how many mines could I fit on there? Another 63. Okay. Out of demand, 63 mines. Earth, add supply, 63 mines. Send them over. And Mars, you can handle a bunch more mines, can't you? In fact, you know what? Let's put all our mines... Beta Telescopy, how many people can you handle now? 2 million? Yeah, let's stop taking infrastructure to Beta Telescopy. I'm going to put all my mines on Mars, even if there's too many, just because they'll do something there. And the Martian population, like we have a lot of it, and it's going to keep rising fast. So I'm not too worried about overfilling it. Now we finished missile launcher, a reload rate. Don't want to get 7 yet. I guess, yeah, magazine feed efficiency sounds good. So I think we're ready to invent our missile launchers now. Let's take a look here. So the missile launcher, I wanted to be able to fire a size 6 missile. That's the size missile I tend to go with. Which means it'll be a 30,000 ton missile launcher. Sorry, 300 ton missile launcher. It's going to have the fastest reload speed it can. And you can make it smaller, much smaller, but it reloads way slower. So if we make it 30% the size, it reloads 100 times slower. And you can make it 15% the time, but then it cannot reload. So I think we're going to keep it at normal, standard size and reload rate. And this is our first, this is the MK1 anti-ship launcher. Sorry, so this is the anti-ship missile MK1 size 6 launcher. Create that. So we're going to have to invent that soon. Because there's nothing in here we're doing that affects that. It's basically just reload speed that affects that. Okay. And then once this is done, and where's the speed? Are we not researching the speed bonus one? Ah, damn, it stopped researching. Nuts! Nuts, I say. Forget the Tomahawk fusion reactor. Get me the maximum engine power. So in 1 year, I'll be able to invent the one in active research on Earth. In 1 year, I'll be able to invent our missiles. So let's do that as the final thing we do today. Although I may actually need to go, but we'll see. Maximum engine power modifier can take a few more. Missiles kinetic. Give me... Yeah, invent the launcher for me. And everything is cranked right now on research production. I guess we'll do a construction production one again. Just in the background. Just do another research rate one. You can take the new labs. It's fine. Hey, the Aegean is running out of fuel again. How are you managing to run out of fuel? Makes no sense. Hang on. Did I let it run all the way out of fuel? No, just... when it goes to Earth and refuels... Transfer fuel to Earth. Refuel from colony. But it should only refuel up to its limit. Like its reserve fuel amount. Of 200,000 units. I'm a little confused as to why it's suddenly stopped working, because it was working for so long. Transfer fuel to colony, refuel from the colony, then go to the Neptune fuel harvesters and refuel from stationary tankers. So if I go 1 day forwards... no, it's a problem. It's... Oh no, it's currently in orbit around them. Okay. So go to the fuel harvester. Is it because the fuel harvesters... Okay, I think it's because the fuel harvesters are simply harvesting so slowly that they still only have 10% fuel when it arrives to pick up the fuel. Yeah, I know the Aegeans are fuel. They appear to be producing no fuel? Oh, crap. Obviously. I bet Neptune's run out of fuel. That's what it'll be. Yep, Neptune has no fuel left. No wonder they're having trouble. Alright, Neptune Fuel Shuttle. You have served me well for a long time. F in chat for this guy. Because someone in the YouTube comments told me how you delete ships. Okay. Thank you very much, My Turn Racing on YouTube. Go to Naval Organization. Select the ship. Ship overview. Yeah. Miscellaneous tab. Yeah. Abandon ship. Abandon the Aegean. Life pod has been launched. Sorry, Life pod, you're not going to be saved. So you guys are going to go over to Beta Telescopy and go and join the fuel harvesters over there. It's going to take you 64 days. Okay. So now I'm gonna need a new fuel shuttle. Refresh. This Aegean here is gonna go into the fuel network, and we're gonna need them. Rename them. This is the BT to Earth shuttle. Because right now, Beta Telescopy has a bunch of fuel that's being transferred in from its fuel harvesters. And this guy is going to go to Earth. It's going to transfer fuel to the colony. It's going to jump to Beta Telescopy, go here, refuel from colony, jump back to Sol, repeat. It's just going to bring all that fuel back over to Earth. Good. Okay. But I am out of time, so I must go. Next episode, maybe, we're going to try and launch that ship, our beautiful cruiser. But until then, thank you so much for watching. It's been a great time. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.